Oh, hello again, my favorite heathens and heathenettes. Once again, I'm here to help you class up the place. Today's conversation, the difference between whiskey and whiskey. Where do they come from? Why is it spelled different? Etc. Well, to start, the root word was a Gaelic word, ushkibea. It means the water of life. Could not be more true. Water of life, ushkibea, slowly turned into whiskey. Scotland, at the forefront of the whiskey empire, spelled it W-H-I-S-K-Y. When Ireland entered the whiskey game and was competing, they wanted to differentiate their product from Scotland's whiskey, so they put an E in there, W-H-I-S-K-E-Y. That was the original schism between the two, Scottish and Irish. Now around the world, there's different spellings. There's general rules, but you can find exceptions to the rules pretty much anywhere. America and Ireland both put an E in it. Scotland, Canada, Japan, they do not put an E in it. Rule of thumb people like to follow: if the country has an E in it, then they spell whiskey with an E. America, Ireland have an E in it, right? Pretty straightforward. Things break the rule on both sides. In America, a quick example, that's a pretty big producer, Maker's Mark. They spell it without an E because they're paying homage to the Scottish side of the house that was at the founding of their bourbon line, so they don't have an E. There's a bunch of different companies that omit or keep the E for various reasons, but good rule of thumb. No difference in the mash bill, no difference in how they're made, how they're distilled. It's still a wide open interpretation of what whiskey is. That binds down and changes based on what type of whiskey it is, i.e. bourbon whiskey follows different rules than Scotch whiskey, etc., etc. But the fun fact of the day is that bourbon is always aged in a brand new barrel and it can only be used once. And then a lot of those barrels get sent across the pond to Scotland, and Scotch can be aged in barrels that are reused over and over and over. And over 50% of Scotch made in Scotland is aged in bourbon barrels. So even though Scotland does not put an E in it, they might as well, because 50% of their flavor comes from good old America. Today I'm drinking Jefferson Ocean. It's a bourbon made by the Jefferson Bourbon Company, as seen here. What makes this so cool is it's put on a ship and sailed around the world. It crosses the equator a prerequisite amount of times to draw the whiskey into and out of the wood in the barrels before it is bottled and sold. Absolutely delicious. W-H-I-S-K-E-Y, Merca. Cheers. Stay classy, my friends. Until next time.